As high achievers that we are so guilty of this sometimes, aren't we? In regards to overthinking everything. We're trying to launch a project and we're thinking, what if this happens? What if it just turns for the worst? What if the business doesn't take off? Whatever it may be, we just create these additional pressure and stress that's unnecessary, right? And this is why, Insider, you got to learn how to stop this whole process of thinking so much, because that's only going to create cortisol in your system. And stress is like one of the nation's biggest killers. And that's why in today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 steps to stop this habitual negative behavior of just thinking so much and creating that pressure within you. Without further ado, let's go on to the first step. Have a mental detox. If right now, the first thing that you really think about whenever you're looking to launch projects is negativity, if right now you're just stuck in fear and you're anxious of what's going to happen to you, you got to question, what have you decided to put into your brain, which is like a sponge? And what you are deciding to put into your brain is dictating the output. That's why you got to make a conscious choice. The 1 hour window frame when you wake up needs to be when you decide to listen to something positive and upbeat every single morning. Because a 1 hour window frame when you wake up, that's when you're the closest to your subconscious. 1 hour window frame just before you're about to go to sleep needs to be when you're also reconditioning your mind. What goes in determines what comes out. And that's why you need to have a mental detox to let go of these things that's weighing you down right now. Be careful what you're reading, what you're listening to, the music that you're even tuning into. Because all of these things, like little things like songs, have got lyrics and they got words, and it's all being planted in here. Become super conscious, only listen to things that upbeat and uplifting, and you'll notice a huge difference after 30 days. You do that every single morning and every single evening. You'll notice after 30 days, you begin to feel different. Because I want you to realize this. No matter how hard you try to avoid you absorbing this information, if you're reading something negative, it's almost like going to a hot country. No matter how hard you try to avoid the sun. And us Asians, we've got this weird tendency. I went to South Korea, I took my mum out there not too long ago. And South Koreans, they hold an umbrella on the freaking beach. No matter how hard you try to avoid the sun, you're still going to eventually get tanned, right? No matter how hard you're trying to avoid the negativity when reading the news, you're still eventually going to absorb all that negativity from the bullshit mainstream media. So make it a conscious choice to let this go in your life. Have a mental detox, okay? If you decide to have a mental detox, be sure to let me know in the comments box below, because I truly admire every single one of you action takers who tune into these videos. The second step is to shift your environmental anchors. What's an environmental anchor? Well, think about it. The moment you step into your house, you'll notice there's an energy that you feel, right? In terms of habituated behaviors as well as a feeling. Now, when you step into your office, do you notice how there's also a shift in terms of energy, how you act? How about when you step into the gym? How about if you step into somewhere in public? You'll notice that there are different energies and environmental anchors depending on where you are. So knowing this, you can influence this. You'll notice when you're abroad, it's very easy for you to lose some habits that you've got at home, right? These are empowering habits. So for example, if you are normally going to the gym, you'll notice when you go abroad on holiday, sometimes you lose the habits. That's because the environmental anchor is at home. So if right now you're feeling like you're overthinking everything, here's a quick hack for you. Go outside. Go try to work in a cafe. Go try to work somewhere you've not worked before. Just clear your head. This is why I love to travel nowadays. And I am always conscious whenever I'm traveling just to detach from everything in terms of technology. While sat on the plane, I'm just giving myself time to just think and but this time it's not overthinking, it's just thinking with clarity. Because I'm just detached from the world. I can even observe, I can even look down. Whilst up in the sky, I'm looking down at human beings and cities and stuff. And it just helps you to just detach from the environmental anchors and clear your thoughts. And this is why, by the way, have you noticed how it's so much easier for you to see the problems that's holding back other people? It's easy for you to advise other people, right, in regards to their life. And that's because right now you're in your life. If you want to really master yourself, you got to work on your life. The way you do that is you got to step away from some of these strong environmental anchors that you have in your life right now. The third step is something that I want you to take action on right now. Whenever you are worried, whenever you are stressing yourself out with thoughts, it's because right now, if that's happening, or yesterday, whenever that was happening, is because in that moment, you are focused on things you can't control. Think about that. Whenever you're stressing yourself out, it's because you are focused on things that you're not certain in regards to exactly what the outcome will be, because you may not be able to directly influence the outcome. It's almost like me just before I'm about to jump onto stage in front of hundreds of people. If I want to stress myself out, it's very easy. I could say, for example, in my mind, oh, what if they don't like me? I could ask myself these stupid ass questions in my mind. That's only going to equal terrible outcome, right? In terms of the other answers my subconscious is going to come up with. And that question, there's so many problems with that, is because firstly, that's seeking validation. But secondly, either way, I can't control that. I can't control whether or not somebody likes me or doesn't like me. There are so many different people that will be tuning into my message the moment I step onto the stage. So instead, I shift the question in my mind. What do I ask? I say, how can I just show up as the most authentic version of me today and just serve and just be who I am and express who I am? Well, I can control that. So immediately my stress begins to lower. Do you see the power in this? So what's happening here? I'm focusing on what I can control. The moment you focus on what you can control, you realize inside there, you've got the power now. Less thoughts, you've got less stress. Because I want you to realize in life, there's a lot of things that you can't choose, but you have a choice in everything you do. And so you got to realize that the thing that you want to focus on is not so much what the government's going to do, what the president's going to do, whatever it may be, something your boss is going to do, or if you're the boss, what your team member's going to do. You got to make sure you focus on you. What can you do? What can you do that's focused on you in regards to what you can influence? The moment that happens, you are in control. So go out there inside there and be who you really are. Take more action in your life. Because remember this, failure is just simply a sign that you're one step closer to a solution. You've got to be willing to take risks in your life, because you don't want to get to the end of your life just full of regrets in regards to what ifs. Take the leap. Trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. Do whatever it takes inside it. And if you decide to take action today, be sure to let me know in the comments box below and share this video inside it with just one person that you know would benefit from it. Because life is about paying it forwards, and power goes to those who are willing to contribute. As always, follow your heart and take action, and go live the life you truly want to live. Speak to you soon, Insider. Have a great day.